hectic schedules, the never-ending chase of worldly achievement, and the countless diversions that we face all contribute to the fact that spiritual development frequently takes a second seat in the fast-pacing society that we live in today. Many of us, however, have a profound yearning for more, a yearning for inner peace, a craving for purpose, and a yearning for connection. Creating space for profound introspection, awareness, and personal transformation is one of the objectives of the notion of monk mode, which provides a means to expedite the process of spiritual development. On the other hand, how precisely does monk mode function, and why is it so effective for people who are looking to awaken their spirituality? Within the context of Eckhart Tolle's teachings, we will investigate 5 major ideas that explain how monk mode can assist you in unlocking greater levels of spiritual awareness. These insights will be discussed in this video in the process of incorporating Tolle's timeless wisdom into your own spiritual practice. You will acquire the knowledge necessary to develop presence, dissolve the ego, and re-establish a connection with your authentic self through the utilization of these insights. The first thing that you need to comprehend is the power that comes from being still. Creating intervals of unbroken quiet in your daily life is one of the key concepts of monk mode. This allows you to step outside of the constant stream of things that you do on a daily basis. There are numerous occasions in which Eckhart Tolle highlights the significance of stillness as a pathway to spiritual development. In his book titled Stillness Speaks, he makes the following statement: "Stillness is your necessary nature." What exactly is the concept of stillness? The inner space or consciousness that is being experienced by the words that are being read on this website, which are then transformed into thoughts. The absence of that awareness would result in the absence of perception, thoughts, and the entire world. Through the practice of meditation, silent thought, or simply distancing yourself from distractions from the outside world, you are able to cultivate an atmosphere that is conducive to the development of your spirituality. This stillness becomes a daily practice when one is in monastic mode. It is a technique for getting rid of the noise that arises from the mind and the ego. First things first, if you want to incorporate meditation into your life, you should schedule some time every day to sit in silence. When you are more familiar with the practice, you should start with a shorter period, such as 5 or 10 minutes, and progressively increase it as you progress. While you are sitting in silence, pay attention to the thoughts that come to you, but allow them to pass through you like clouds in the sky. There is a space where your authentic self can emerge, and the more you cultivate silence, the more you will experience the spaciousness that Tolle outlines. The meditation practice of letting go of one's ego is yet another important realization. Our thoughts, roles, and identities are all things that we identify with, and the ego is the part of ourselves that does this. Comparisons, judgments, and the desire to be validated are all ingredients that it thrives on. In monk mode, one of the key goals is to decrease the grasp that the ego has on you and to make room for the more profound aspects of yourself to emerge. There are numerous instances in which Eckhart Tolle's teachings emphasize the significance of acknowledging the impact that the ego has on our lives. According to what he writes in his book, The Power of Now, the ego has a tendency to link possessing with being. I have, therefore I am. Moreover, the more I possess, the more I am also. It is through comparison that the ego survives. When we are in monk mode, we are encouraged to let go of the need for outward affirmation and instead concentrate on our inner reality. This helps us destroy our ego. Due to the fact that the ego is strongly embedded in both our ideas and behaviors, this can be a difficult process to go through. You can, however, begin to watch when the ego is at work by engaging in mindfulness and awareness practices. This can be the case whether the ego is acting out of the need for recognition, the fear of failing, or the attachment to monetary achievement. As your awareness of these ego-driven tendencies grows, you will have the ability to make a conscious decision to take a step back and separate yourself from them. In this sense, monk mode speeds up the process of spiritual development by cultivating an environment in which your authentic self can emerge, unencumbered by the restraints of the ego. The significance of being present is the subject of the third and last insight. The tendency that we have to concentrate on the past or worry about the future is one of the most major obstacles that stands in the way of our spiritual development. Because we spend so much time dwelling on past experiences, regrets, and worries, we frequently fail to appreciate the fullness of the moment that we are currently living in. In his teachings, Eckhart Tolle emphasizes that the only time that genuine spiritual development can take place is in the present moment. In his book, The Power of Now, he urges us to realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Ensure that the present moment is the primary focus of your existence. We are encouraged to dwell in the present now by a monk mode, which removes mental clutter and distractions from our perceptions. This way of thinking enables you to become more in tune with your inner experiences, which in turn enables you to develop a deeper sense of self-awareness and spiritual development. In order to incorporate this into your day-to-day life, you should make it a habit to be totally present in everything that you do. Bring your complete focus on the activity that you are currently engaged in, whether it be eating, working, or walking. In the event that your thoughts begin to wander to events from the past or concerns about the future, gently bring them back to the present now. As time goes on, you will become aware that this practice of presence not only strengthens your connection to the environment that surrounds you, but it also speeds up your spiritual development by enabling you to get access to the knowledge and tranquility that are present in the present moment. The fourth realization is the significance of self-discipline and intently concentrating on one's goals. The process of spiritual development is not something that occurs by chance. Rather, it calls for deliberate effort, dedication, and self-control. The purpose of monk mode is to provide you with the structure and concentration that are essential for faster progress. This mode enables you to prioritize your spiritual activities over other distractions. In his book, A New Earth, Eckhart Tolle makes the following statement: "Awareness is the greatest agent for change. However, becoming aware of something is not sufficient on its own. It must be supported with constant action." Monastic discipline entails setting aside specific amounts of time for the purpose of engaging in spiritual activities, such as meditating, keeping a journal, or reading spiritual books. In addition to this, it entails establishing boundaries with regard to distractions, such as limiting the amount of time spent on social media or turning off your phone during periods of introspection. Set specific objectives for your spiritual development and commit to achieving those objectives on a daily basis in order to incorporate this into your life. It is essential to have a consistent practice, whether it be meditating for 20 minutes every morning or practicing gratitude before going to bed. Through the cultivation of discipline, you create an environment in which spiritual development can flourish. Through the accumulation of these daily routines, you will eventually arrive at more profound realizations, a more profound sense of inner calm, and a more robust connection to your own self. The need of letting go of resistance is the fifth and final insight that has to be considered. During the process of spiritual development, we are frequently required to confront unsettling realities about ourselves, and the ego is quick to fight against this process. We are resistant to change, we are resistant to discomfort, and we are resistant to letting go of habitual patterns that are no longer beneficial to us. On the other hand, Eckhart Tolle states in his book, The Power of Now, that whatever you think the world is withholding from you, you are withholding from the world. Rather than being caused by external conditions, this remark expresses the concept that resistance frequently originates from our own internal boundaries. Letting rid of resistance implies accepting the difficulties that come up on your spiritual journey. This is what it means to be in monastic mode. The process of submitting to what is may be profoundly transformational, whether it involves confronting your anxieties, letting go of previous hurts, or venturing beyond of your comfort zone. When you stop fighting against the flow of life and instead accept it in its current state, you enable the conditions for your spiritual development to progress more quickly. To begin incorporating this, you should first note the areas of your life in which you have resistance. To what extent are you trying to avoid a particular circumstance or feeling? Instead of trying to escape it, you should lean into it. Your ability to experience profound growth and healing is directly proportional to your willingness to accept discomfort and let go of resistance. Through the promotion of stillness, the dissolution of the ego, the cultivation of presence, the practice of self-discipline, and the letting go of resistance, the monk mode provides a framework that is both effective and distinctive in its ability to accelerate spiritual development. These 5 realizations, which are derived from Eckhart Tolle's teachings, have the potential to assist you in awakening to more profound levels of spiritual awareness and bringing you closer to your authentic self. According to Tolle, you find peace not by rearranging the circumstances of your life, but by realizing who you are at the deepest level. This is a reminder that we should keep in mind. If you are prepared to enter monastic mode and set off on a path of self-discovery, the first step is to incorporate these practices into your day-to-day existence. You will find that as you continue to do this, your connection to your inner self will get stronger, and your spiritual development will speed in ways that you could never have anticipated. Don't pass up the opportunity to speed up your spiritual path even further if you found this message to be meaningful. To demonstrate your support and to assist in the dissemination of these life-changing insights to others, please like this video and leave a comment right now. And don't forget to subscribe to ensure that you don't miss out on any more stuff that will assist you in discovering your authentic self. Together, let us continue to go further into the realms of spiritual development and appreciate the splendor of leading a life that is characterized by intention, presence, and tranquility.